Alright, what's up, gal? It's Garrett here. I'm gonna make a quick little video before I am outie inside the bed. I'm gonna basically sleep talk for this video. Alright, let's get right to it, man. Alright, let's talk about Mr. Brandon Lee. See, now, I'm not too sure if Brandon Lee's the type of guy that is fighting the best or he's willing to fight the best. For those of you that don't know, Brandon Lee, he is a 140-pound, super lightweight, up-and-coming contender. I still want to call him a prospect because, I don't know, I just think Brandon Lee, he's not being tested enough to his highest quality standard. And I got a lot of respect for Brandon Lee. I think he's a good fighter. I think stylistically, he brings a lot of problems to people on the inside, but when it comes to a boxing when it comes to a boxing, type of fight of him showing his boxing abilities, I think Brandon, he easily gets styled on by someone that knows how to box. But then again, I think the reason why Brandon, he doesn't choose to box, he chooses more to just bang with somebody and just have the tendency to headhunt, which I think that's what favors him in a fight. But when it comes to boxing technicality, he does get picked off by guys that have muscle memory in the sport. But I think Brandon, he's a good fighter. There's nothing that I hold him, against for anything that I think he can't do. Um, he's almost similar to Omar Juarez in a way. That might be a little bit of a stretch, a bit further to think or to say that Brandon can't box and Omar he can't box, but when you look at their styles, their styles are very brawler like, so he's really more of a brawler puncher or brawler boxer. He doesn't really have like a boxer puncher style. It's more like a brawler puncher style or a brawler boxer style. I'm sorry, because he mainly resorts to brawling before he goes into boxing, and his boxing ability is still, how should I say, still young and it's still green. So I think like the more he ages with his style, I think eventually he's gonna get smarter in the ring to start fighting some top tier competition. And I mean, if we take a look at his box rec real quick, this guy is like what, 22-0, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he's a good fighter. Don't get it twisted. I got mad love for Brandon, and this isn't like a video to doubt on him to say like he ain't that good of a fighter. No, he is a good fighter, but the question, still remains that what is Brandon going to do with his next few opponents coming down the line of where he's going to be in his career? Because he is now the IBO Intercontinental Super Lightweight contending champion. I mean, honestly, I don't really like these semi titles. I don't really care about these type of secondary achievements. They're not really proving anything, if anything. But I mean, if he does fight for like an IBO belt, good for him. I think that should be like the next step. But if we're gonna talk about some big killers in the division, I actually want to mind a fight between him and Mario Barrios, or we could have Mr. Al Rivera. That was the guy that just beat Omar Juarez, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but if that doesn't go through, maybe Andy Hirioka. I actually would like that fight. I think him and Andy would be a really good fight stylistically. I actually wouldn't mind Gary Antoine Russell. That might be a little bit of a risk, but I think how he fights and how Gary Russell fights, Gary Russell would definitely give this kid a lot of issues. Oh, and he's a southpaw like me. Jesus. There's a lot of good southpaws out here. But if that doesn't go through, maybe fight a guy like Ergashev. I actually wouldn't mind that fight. I was maybe thinking maybe Shakram Giasov, but I'm not too sure if he's in his. Oh yeah, he's in his division. Yeah, Shakram Giasov would be a really good fight. Or Batir Akhmedov, I actually would like that fight. He just recently stopped Algenis Mendez. Or maybe you could fight O'Hara Davies, or maybe Petros Ananyan. I actually would like that fight. That would actually be a really good stylistic matchup for Brandon. I think Brandon would brutally stop him. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe my homie, I got mad love for him because he's part of the bloodline, Mr. Subriel Matias. Have the Mexico, South Korea, Puerto Rico showdown. I would definitely love that fight. I don't think that would be something that Subriel would pursue because he's going to be on his way to face who's that motherfucker? I shouldn't even be calling him that, but he's going to face that guy that just beat Luis Riston. He's going to be that Argentinian guy. Luis, I forgot his fucking name. Oh yeah, Jeremiah Ponce. Yeah, Jeremiah Ponce. Yeah, Luis Ponce or Nicholas Ponce. I don't know why. I thought his name was Juan Ponce, but yeah, he KO'd Luis Riston. That was a pretty easy fight in my honest opinion. But I don't think this guy stands a chance against Subriel Matias. I think Subriel brutally KOs this guy. He doesn't have that much defense. He just kind of just comes forward and he gets hit a lot. So I don't see how Subriel can really mess that up against a guy like him. And I think Subriel, he's just gonna outbox that guy and just brutally beat the crap out of him. And then if he does become successful, he's next in line to get the IBF World Championship. So I'm definitely pulling for Subriel because Subriel, he ain't no joke, man. But I mean, if Brandon wants to go after a guy like him, by all means go for it. But I think my first 5 opponents, if I'm gonna match make him next, I would have Mario Barrios number 1. Number 2 would be Shakram Giasov. Number 3 would be Ohara Davies. Number 4 would be Bakhtir Akhmedov. And number 5 would be number 5 would be a little bit difficult, but if you want me to go a little bit extreme, I'm gonna go with Malik Hawkins or Josue Vargas. Those 2 guys would be the final 5th opponent for Brandon Lee. Or I'll probably go with Gary Antoine Russell, man, because Gary Antoine Russell, he's like right next to Brandon, so I actually wouldn't mind that fight next. I think that fight is way more valuable. But if he could go after Josue Vargas or Julian Rodriguez or Mr. Antonio Moran, I actually would love that fight. That would be a really amazing fight. Even though Antonio, I think he just recently won his last fight. Yep, he's gonna fight. He knocked out some bum by the name of Emmanuel Colon and Luis Solis. I know that he knocked out. Didn't he knock out? No, I'm thinking about because I thought Alfredo Santiago, he got knocked out, right? I thought he did. I thought he got knocked out by Antonio Moran. No, he got knocked out by Ricardo Nunez. Damn, dude, he's a good fighter too. I got mad love for him. He's mad good. But I hope he comes back because I like to see him fight again. But Antonio Moran, he's gonna be fighting Mr. Arnold Barbosa Jr. That's gonna be a very difficult fight. I don't see how Arnold's gonna pull that fight off. But just by how he boxes and shit, he's a really good fighter. So Brandon has a really good wide selection of opponents, and I am not surprised of where he will go in his career. But I actually wouldn't mind this fight, man. I think this would be a very good fight between him and Gary Antoine Russell. Because 1, they're both on PBC, and 2, that would be a very difficult fight for Gary and for Brandon. If he wants to face a killer and he wants to face guys that are gonna give him some credibility onto his resume. But if not, maybe go after Josue Vargas, Julian Rodriguez, go after Malik Hawkins, get him out the way. Or go after Shakram Giasov, Bakhtir Akhmedov, Ohara Davies. Definitely, I could definitely see him defeat him. Even though, he's still a very difficult opponent, but still, I would actually want to see that. I actually want to mind Rancis Bartholomew, even though that's a very difficult veteran. He ain't no joke. He will, yeah, he will definitely give that man some problems. But if not, maybe go after all Rivera. That would be a good fight. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's at welterweight right now. Yeah, it kind of looks like he is, but either way, that's pretty much what I have to say about Brandon. This isn't a video to like just talk bad about him. I think he's a good fighter. It's just that, you know, he obviously doesn't have too many good opponents on his on his resume. If you just take a look at it, you know, he's fought Samuel Tia, not that good of a fighter. You know, he's a decent C-level, B-level fighter. Dakota Linger, not that good. Jimmy Williams, a guy that's not that good. He got knocked out brutally by Brandon. Camilo Prieto, all these other guys are like guys with like losing records. Not that good of opponent selection. I mean, I kind of wish he kind of fought some names on here, but that's just me. You know, that's just how I view Brandon Lee. But I'm sure he's gonna step it up eventually. I think it's kind of important for him to step it up. You know, he should fight either of those guys that I mentioned beforehand. But I think a fight, yeah, I think a fight between him and Gary Russell should be next, because that'll definitely elevate his career if he gets a win over him, or just have him face Josue Vargas, Shakram Giasov, Rancis Bartholomew, anybody that's willing to give him a fight, because I know he can beat those guys, but you know, we won't know until he fights them. So yeah, that's pretty much my little criticism for Mr. Brandon Lee. I hope he gets to where he wants to be in his career, and I think it'll be very interesting to see who he faces next. So yeah, let's see how this plays out, and that's pretty much it, what I have to say about him. Alright, thank you guys. I'll catch y'all around. Let me know what you guys think inside the comments below. And yeah, I'll see y'all. Thank you. Bye.